Yo, how's your butt? Boop.
Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be coming in here talking to you about the best overall Titan PVE and PVP build. This is going to be centered around Ashen Wake, the Titan exotic gauntlet, which makes your fusion grenades explode on contact and they do more damage and you get more energy back with kills. It's pretty sick in PVE and PVP. Takes about four red bar enemies to get your grenade back in PVE. It takes only one kill with your grenade in PvP to get it back. Also, if you get roaring flames, that does more damage. You also get your hammer does more damage. You know, the little throwy hammer is really fun to do, especially if you need to do lots of ability kills like on IO, which is what I did today. On IO, I had to do a bunch of ability kills with my hammer, and I did it over and over again. So one thing, this is going to be paired with the middle tree code of the Devastator Solar Titan build. With that, you do have the throwing hammer, which you can throw over and over again as long as you pick it back up, so you don't have to wait for it to recharge, which is pretty dope. And then if you keep on getting kills with it, you can get roaring flames ×3, which does increase the damage of that, and it'll one-shot pretty much every single red bar add. Can do about half damage on some of the orange bars here in contact, but it's nothing crazy. It's super fun. So this build not only has lots of abilities that recharge, that stay around, they can one-shot a bunch of enemies, but the super can do lots of cool things. It does two different things. You can either spin around like a ballerina and make all sorts of clunky noise after you make your ding-dong sound, which is the sound of the super popping. You can also slam it on the ground, and it can stun lock some enemies. You guys remember Reckoning with Oryx when it's Oryx week, so you guys that have farmed for your spare rations probably know about that week. You can actually stun lock Oryx and some other boss enemies like that. They will not teleport, they'll stay there. It kind of works for some of these taken enemies. I tested it out here in contact. Some of the taken enemies, these are right here, are the brothers. They do get stun locked, but sadly you can usually only stun lock one of the brothers, and people kind of forget that you have to have the brothers together before you can do damage on them. So right now I'm pairing this with Ace of Spades because it can create Warmind Cells. We'll get into the build here in a second. I also have my sniper rifle and an outrageous fortune I just got, which is almost a god roll with what I wanted for the new rolls. I did have a pretty good one before this season, but now I have a decent enough one with field prep, rampage, spike grenades, and a velocity masterwork that is going to be pretty good. It's going to do pretty good damage for me for yellow bars and for bosses with the boss spec on it. So it's pretty nice. So yeah, check this build out. I'm going to show you specifically what it is here in just 1 second, and then we're going to get into the PvP side of things. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and create Warmind Cells, and don't shoot ones if you don't have mods on. For the Titan PvE build using Ashen Wake, if you don't know what Ashen Wake does, it has Bringing the Heat, which is fusing grenades now explode on impact and gain increased throw speed. Final blows of fusing grenades grant grenade energy. It's about 4 yellow bars, and you can get, or yellow bars, oh my goodness, imagine that. 4 red bars and you get your grenade back. If you kill one enemy in PvP, it gives you a grenade back. I always pair this with middle tree. What is this code of the Devastator? Rawr. The Burning Maul, you get your throwing hammer, you get roaring flames, which stack, so it's pretty sick. The super's pretty fun to use. It's the ding dong super. I usually pair this in PvE and PvP with the underused Ace of Spades. So if you don't know what Ace of Spades does, in both, you every kill grants a few extra damage bullets, which is 6 for Memento Mori. Grants an radar while aiming down sights. It also has Firefly, which the catalyst increases the damage of Memento Mori, or of Firefly, while Memento Mori is active. So this is actually what creates your Warmind Cells in PvE. I usually pair it with the Nicholas sniper rifle or the Martyr's Retribution. I like the sniper rifle just because it does more DPS. And something else with Wrath of Rasputin that can create Warmind Cells is a solar grenade launcher. This one is good for both ad clear and for boss damage. It is 5 grenades with my boss spec and a velocity, field prep, and rampage is what I pair for that. On the mod side, I have Wrath of Rasputin to create the Warmind Cells with solar, and I also have Rage of the Warmind, which just does more damage to the enemies when you shoot them. Found that's pretty good for things like contact, where you're usually pretty close to all the enemies. You don't need necessarily a burning cells or fire team medic. Just something that they can do, pretty much kill all the orange bars with one shot of a Warmind cell. Also, then global reach, just to extend the effects of your Warmind cells. Back into the PvE gameplay of it a little bit. Guys, you can seriously do tons of damage with this build. You can create Warmind cells one after the other, which do even more damage if you can shoot them with your sniper. It is just absolutely insane. It's also super fun. I know that Titans really don't get a lot of love, and they're not the go-to in PvE or PvP. But these two builds, this build in particular, along with the one that I've made earlier, using Phoenix Cradle, are just absolutely insane. I am not a Titan main, but I have definitely been playing a ton more Titan this season based on these two builds off of using these builds. The next footage I'm going to be showing you is going to be just using the hammer. This is what I did because there is usually a get an abilities kill on these weekly bounties for some of the planets that are going away. So this is just something you say, you know, this is just intrinsically built into the class. And here is, boom, one grenade killing 3. You can see I get about 80%, 80-90% of my grenade back. Now on to the PvP side of this. This is going to be the same tree that I use, so I'm still using my fusion grenades with Ashen Wake. I'm still using Code of the Devastator for my throwing hammer to get my Sun Warrior up, or my Roaring Flames up to 3. Also switch to a Beloved because I just don't care for the 140s in PvP, so I have my Beloved. Then I also use a Hammerhead because I can pair that with Sustained Charge. If I get multiple kills with that, I can get charged with Light. Since orbs are kind of hard to come by unless people are popping a bunch of supers or getting lots of double kills with guns that are masterworked, taking charge doesn't come in handy quite as often as it does in PvE. But I do have this equipped, so I switch off all the Warmind Cells since you can't create Warmind Cells in PvP. And this is Sustained Charge, just rapidly defeating enemies with trace rifles, auto rifles, and machine guns. So that can help, especially whenever you get heavy, get a couple kills, and you can get charged with light. And that is paired with high energy fire. So while charged with light, you gain a bonus weapon damage. Each defeated combat consumes 1 stack of charged light. If you have Memento Mori and you 2-shot headshot, you can kill them in 2-shot headshot. You can't quite body shot them with the Beloved. I think it depends on resilience. I have to test that out with some people. But that is the PvP side of the ultimate Titan build. And with that, I'm going to leave you with a few of the PvP clips that I've gotten over this week of Iron Banner. I think over this week, just using this on a Titan, I've got around a 2.0 AD. I think it's the efficiency, not actual KD, whatever it is, you know, whatever they actually include in game. But it's one of the most fun things. Also, you have to give a shout out to Gamesager. He's the one I saw use this. He's been using this for a couple seasons now. It's absolutely ridiculous. The super's great. It does create a little sunspot at the end of it. It was previously, I know on PC it was underused. I know on console it is used quite a bit. PC, you just don't really see it that often. You see more of the strikers. And you see a lot of sentinels lately. Top tree sentinels have been wrecking in PvP. But here's one where I die, but I still get the hammer kill. How awesome is that? Once again, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Touch all my buttons. Throw your sticky grenades. Get your victories. Tell your friends they have nice butts, because I'm sure they'd like to hear it. And I'll leave you with the best clip I got today.